Hi scholars, I can't believe that this is our very last read aloud of first grade. I'm super excited about this text because it is another mystery book. And as we did with our last mystery book, we're going to continue to use the clues that the author gives us like a detective to figure out and draw conclusions about our characters. Specifically, today we're going to continue working on character contrast. We know that character contrast is when we find and discover all the ways that the characters are different from one another. And to figure that out, we have to stop and ask ourselves, how are the characters different and how do those differences impact their different motivations? We do this so that we can figure out why different characters behave different ways, why they say different things, why they do different things, why they have different motivations. So today, with that in mind as being our thinking job, we're going to read Young Cam Jansen and the Zoo Note Mystery. I'm noticing that there are two kids on the ground looking at something different or looking for something, and this title is Zoo Note Mystery. So I'm wondering maybe they're looking for a zoo note. What do you guys think? What are you wondering about this book? Let's go ahead and get started. This book is actually a little chapter book. So we have a table of contents. You can see the 5 chapters here. We're going to go ahead and get started with chapter 1. It's titled, Oh No. It's too bad you can't go with us to the zoo, Cam Jansen said to her friend Eric Shelton. We've already been introduced to a difference between 2 of our characters. We have one character, Cam Jansen, who gets to go to the zoo, and a second character, Eric Shelton, who doesn't get to go to the zoo. I wonder how that's going to affect or impact what they do later. Oh, yes, I can, Eric said. All last week, I forgot to bring the note, but today I remembered. Eric reached into his right pants pocket. We know Cam wants her friend to go because she said it's too bad you can't go to the zoo with us, but Eric's saying he can. He reached into his left pants pocket. I wish I didn't always forget where I put things, he said. I wish I had a memory like yours. Cam says her memory is like a camera. I have pictures in my head, she says, of everything I've seen. The camera in my head goes click. We've got a second difference between our characters. Cam has a really great memory and can remember everything by just saying click, and her mind works like a camera. But Eric is very forgetful and doesn't have the best memory. Why do you guys think Eric says, I wish I had a memory like yours? Why does Eric say that? Well, we know in the text, he said that he wishes he didn't always forget where he put things. So that lets us know that Eric said, I wish I had a memory like yours to Cam, because Eric wants to have a better memory so that he doesn't lose things. He doesn't like losing all of his stuff. Here's the note, Eric said. It was in my shirt pocket. Cam clicks when she wants to remember something. Cam's real name is Jennifer, but because of her great memory, people call her the camera. Soon, the camera became just Cam. Look what else I brought, Eric said. He opened his lunchbox and took out a sandwich. Cream cheese, Cam said. I don't like cream cheese. It sticks to my teeth. Eric took out a bag of chocolate chip cookies. I know you like cookies. I brought enough for both of us. This is a piece of text evidence that we could probably say Eric is considerate because he brought extra cookies for his friend Cam. Let's go, Mrs. Lane, the bus driver, called to Cam and Eric. We're here. It's time to get off the bus. Eric put everything back and closed his lunchbox. It went click. Cam and Eric hurried off the bus. They went to their class. They hung up their jackets and sat in their seats. Good morning, their teacher, Mrs. D, said. I remembered to bring the note, Eric told her. He reached into his right pants pocket. He reached into his left pants pocket. But I can't find it, he said. He reached into his shirt pocket. Oh no, Eric said. The note is gone. Chapter 2. I'm really sorry. I had it on the bus, Eric said. I really did. My father signed it. He said I could go on the trip. Cam told Mrs. D. I saw it. I'm really sorry, Miss D said to Eric. Without the signed note, you can't go on the trip. Man, I know that Eric probably feels very disappointed, but Miss D is just doing what she needs to make sure all the kids stay safe. She knows that's her job, and without the note, Eric can't go. Eric checked his pockets again. He didn't find the note. Check the hall, Miss D said. Maybe the note fell out on your way to class. Cam and Eric checked the hall. They found some papers, but they didn't find Cam's note. Or excuse me, they didn't find Eric's note. Cam and Eric went to the office. While they waited to ask if someone had found the note, Cam looked outside. She saw their bus. That's it, Cam said. You didn't drop the note in the hall. You dropped it in the bus. Let's get outside before the bus leaves. This is interesting. Cam decided to go help Eric try and find the note. Why did she do that? Why did Cam help Eric find the note? Well, we learned earlier in the text that Cam has a really good memory, and we learned that Cam and Eric are really good friends. So that lets us know that Cam wants to help Eric so that he can go on the trip, because we learned also that Cam really wants her friend Eric to go. Chapter 3, It's Cold. When Cam and Eric got outside, the bus was driving off. Stop! Stop! Cam and Eric shouted. They waved their hands and ran after the bus. The bus stopped. The door opened. Are you in trouble? Mrs. Lane asked. Why did Mrs. Lane ask, are you in trouble? Well, let's think about the differences between these characters. We know that Mrs. Lane is an adult, and her job is to help keep the kids safe, and Eric and Cam are kids running around screaming, stop, stop. So that's a difference, that they're an adult and Miss Lane is an adult and they're the kids. So I think that lets us know that Miss Lane is thinking, I want to do my job and want to make sure these kids are safe. So I'm going to stop and ask them to make sure they're okay by saying, are you in trouble? Have you been sent home? No, Cam told her. Are you sick? No, Eric said. I lost a note. I think I lost it on the bus. I think he lost it on the bus too. Oh, Mrs. Lane said, I'll help you look for it. Cam and Eric got on the bus. Cam and Eric and Mrs. Lane looked on the bus seats and under them. They didn't find the note. They thanked Mrs. Lane. They got off the bus. Now what do we do? Eric asked. We go inside, Cam said. I'm wondering why Eric says, now what do we do? Why would Eric ask Cam, now what do we do? Well, we learned that Eric normally forgets things and Cam's the one with a really great memory. We know from the text that Eric is feeling pretty discouraged because he wants to go on the trip and he knows he wants help. So he thinks Cam can help, and that's why Eric asks, now what do we do? It's cold out here. And as they walked, Eric said, that's because we're not wearing our jackets. Cam stopped. That's right, she said. We had jackets when we came to school, and I had the note, Eric added. Where do you guys think they're going to go to next? Yes, Cam said. She thought for a moment. Then Cam said, maybe you did put the note in your pocket. Maybe you put it in your jacket pocket. And I know where my jacket is, Eric said. It's in our classroom. Let's go. Chapter 4. Click. That's it. Cam and Eric hurried to their classroom. Did you find the note? Mrs. D asked. No, Eric said, but I know where it is. Give me a thumbs up. Do you guys think it's in his jacket? Thumbs down if you don't think it's in his jacket. Let's see. Cam and Eric went to the closet. Eric reached in the right pocket of his jacket. He reached into the left pocket of his jacket. It's not here, he said. Eric sat in his seat. I can't find the note, so I'm not going to the zoo. I'm sorry, Mrs. D told him. Miss D spoke to the class about the trip. We must stay together, she said. And I have to stay here, Eric whispered to Cam. I expect you to read the signs in the zoo, Miss D said, and obey the rules. Eric whispered, and I bet you're expecting me to sit in the principal's office. Whoa. How do you guys think Eric is feeling right now? Miss D is giving all of these directions, and he can't go to the zoo. How does Eric feel when Miss D is giving the directions to the class? You guys can stop here and go write your response on a piece of paper or a note. You're answering this question. How does Eric feel when Miss D is giving directions to the class? That's the question that you guys are going to answer. If you want to stop and go answer that using text evidence, the character's name, saying how he feels, and what the character wants. Once you do that, you can come back to the video to finish the rest of the book. Eric turned to Cam and whispered, Cam, why don't you click? Maybe that would help find my note. Cam looked at Eric. Did you say click? She asked. Yes, Eric answered. I think you just solved the mystery, Cam said. I think I know where to find your note. Chapter 5, a cookie for the ride. When you said click, Cam told Eric, I remembered the last time you clicked. The last time I clicked, Eric said. I don't click. You don't, Cam said. But, do you remember when he clicked? Your lunchbox does. On the bus, after you showed me the note, you opened your lunchbox, you showed me your sandwich and chocolate chip cookies. Then Mrs. Lane told us it was time to get off the bus. You put everything back and quietly closed your lunchbox. It clicked. I think you put your note in your lunchbox. Okay, guys, is this where he put it or no? Eric got his lunchbox. He opened it. Cam found Eric's note. It was under the chocolate chip cookies. Hooray, Eric said. Now I can go on the trip. He gave the note to Miss D. Miss D told the class, now we're all going on the trip. The children in the class cheered. Eric smiled. Now let's get ready, Miss D told the class. It's a long ride to the zoo. Cam and Eric put on their jackets. They took their lunchboxes and got in line. You guys were right if you gave me that thumbs up for it being the note being in his lunchbox. Here, Cam, Eric whispered, and as they followed Miss D, here's a cookie for the ride. Cam looked ahead at Miss D. She looked at the cookie and whispered to Eric, let's not wait for the ride. Ooh, there's a special challenge from the author. This is the last book that we're reading together in first grade, so I think it'd be fun if we took the challenge. I'm going to show you guys a picture, and you're going to look at the picture and study it, only for a few seconds. And then you've got to blink your eyes and say click, and then we're going to try to answer some of these questions. Are you ready? Let's see how good our memories are. Study this picture for a few minutes or seconds. All right, get ready to close your eyes and say click. Click. All right, let's see if you guys can remember some of these questions. What color is Cam's jacket? Who remembers what color Cam's jacket is? Let's see. If you said red, you were right. Give yourselves a pat on the back. All right, what color is Eric's jacket? Do you remember? Wondering if it clicked in your mind or not. If you said Eric's jacket is blue, you're right. How many giraffes are in the picture? I don't even remember that one. Let's see. Ooh, how many giraffes are in the picture? If you said 2, you have a really good memory. All right, last question. Is Cam carrying her lunchbox? In that photo, is Cam carrying her lunchbox? Let's see. Nope, Cam's not carrying her lunchbox. Did you get all of those questions right? Do you have a memory as good as Cam Jansen's? I'd love to know. And don't forget, if you didn't go back to answer that question yet, remember to finish this read aloud, you need to respond to the question about Eric and how does Eric feel when Miss D is giving directions to the class in chapter 4. I loved getting to read all of these texts with you during eSchool. I hope you guys have a great summer and continue to read more books.